Hello, I saw your question from Chapter 4, Section 2, Number 5. Graph the following from negative 2 pi to 2 pi, find the amplitude in the range. So they want you to graph y equal 2 cosine of x. You could just plot points. They would encourage you just to memorize the graph, though, as opposed to plotting points. They want you to memorize it and the amplitudes, too. So, take the absolute value coefficient here, and that's 2. And then instead of, this one you're supposed to memorize has amplitude of 1. But if you want to plot points, these are typical points they plot. They go from 0 to 2 pi, incrementing by pi halves. So 0 pi halves, pi, 3 pi halves, and 2 pi. You just plug those in for x, 2 times cosine of 0. Cosine of 0 is 1, times 2 is 2. You can verify it with your calculator. Just make sure you're in radian mode. Cosine of pi halves times 2. Cosine of pi halves is 0, times 2 is 0. Cosine of pi is negative 1, times 2 is negative 2. Cosine of 3 pi halves is 0, times 2 is 0, results in 0. Cosine of 2 pi, it's back to 1, times 2 is 2. So you could plot these points, 0, negative 2, pi halves and 0, pi, negative 2, then you continue on until finally 2 pi and 2. And you could do negative a. So you can plot points, but I think they just want you to memorize this and see the amplitudes too. And so instead of bouncing between negative 1 and positive 1, it's going to bounce between negative 2 and positive 2, which is the range. Hope it's helped.